Good morning. I was just listening to Brandy. How can they talk about our love? The more they make it, no, the more they talk about our love, the more they make it obvious, the more they seem so envious. How can they talk about our love? Hey guys, um, we're gonna we're gonna do some warming up. I have a special guest coming on this morning. Um, she's a lovely vocal coach as well. So let's get started. I'm excited. I'm somewhat hydrated, better than I was yesterday. Good morning, Kwan. Good morning, Tanisha. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Facebook. Instagram was acting weird, so I didn't even bother. Good morning, Mayad from London. Good morning. Oh, you called me Queen. I appreciate that very much. I appreciate that. That's lovely. Good morning, Shanifa, EJ, Vic, Keys. I know that name. Uh, Hi, Heavenly Kingdom Media. Hey guys. All right, so let's get started. What did you guys eat for dinner last night, by the way? Did you know that what you eat for dinner could show up the next day in phlegm? Like whatever you eat is going to show up in thank you. You know what I'm saying? And so if you eat something greasy, cheesy, you know, phlegm producing in the morning, all of that is going to be like, hey girl, how you doing? It's going to be all up in your vocal cords while you're trying to sing. And what I hate about phlegm is it messes with my pitch. So I'm trying to reach for a pitch and then all of a sudden it's like, you know, it does that thing. So, yeah. Are you guys, when you're eating, are you thinking about the health of your voice? Are you thinking about that? Pizza and steak and margarita. I mean, those that's just literally three strikes and you are out. God bless you on today, Shanifa, with what's gonna happen with your voice. Kutuano, Alicia, Sali. Man, I have some names on my YouTube. Sing that again. The more they talk about our love. All right. And today was the first time I woke up and I wasn't wore out from the time change. So I guess it's getting better. Let's get started. Let's get started. Let's get started. So I really love lip trills. And if you guys want to know why, ask why. If you guys have technique questions, ask. I have somebody coming on. She's so young and yet so successful in her field that I'm really excited for you guys to talk about her because there are so many careers that we can have in voice. Let me play a little mood music. I don't have mood music skills, but there's so many careers that we can have in voice, and you know, when we're a singer, and there's just so many outlets. There's so many ways that we can create a life around our passion for music, and so I think that it would be awesome to talk to this young lady and hear what she has to say. All right, let's get started. See how it broke? Let's go back down. Let's try that again. Again, warming up is about getting blah blah blah. Warming, my lips are numb now. Warming up is about getting your whole body ready to sing, not just your voice. So when I extend that last, it's really about controlling my diaphragm. Okay? So yesterday I had Callie Day on here, and she said something super interesting. She said she doesn't believe in breathe. Well, she doesn't breathe through her mouth when she's singing because it dries out her throat. I breathe through my mouth when I'm singing because it helps me create the shape vowel that I'm going to sing through. And I feel like for a lot of beginner singers, you need that time to relax your throat, relax your tongue, and just be able to open up and sing. So that's why I breathe through the mouth when I'm singing. Right out of air. That E5 would be a challenge. Remember, don't push. If it's not working, pull back. That's an F5. When I'm fully warmed up, I can sing up to like a D or E flat. So yeah, let's just keep going back down now. You want to kind of go to your upper extremities and calm back down. So you're warming up the whole voice. That's how you do it. I won't be doing this much longer because I want to get to our special guest. And it really is about a movement of the tongue, not your whole jaw. That's not what we're doing. And if you guys want to see my special guest on screen for my YouTube fans, you can go over to my Facebook page, Delisa Archer, and I'm live on there, and you can actually see and hear the person as opposed to just hearing them. I'm still not really warmed up. Down the middle C. Notice I'm still really light. I'm still light in my head voice. Like Callie Day was saying yesterday, don't go like finally I can sing my chest voice. That's just not a good habit to create, because then how are you gonna ever mix that or connect that to the rest of your voice? So you want to sing light. Your voice is what your voice is. So if you have a powerful voice, it's just going to be powerful. You don't have to do anything to make it powerful. If you have a light voice, if you have a sweet voice, it's going to be light and sweet regardless of what you do to it. So you don't have to go out of your way to create those characteristics that are naturally there. So it's your job to sing in a way that you can easily connect your registers. So anyway, I want to talk. Obviously, I'm really not warmed up yet, but I would probably have to warm up for another like 20 to 30 minutes to really feel some freedom in my voice. But I really want to get to our special guest. Her name is Miss Jasmine Crumley. She's, I believe, a native of Atlanta. Um, and she has a lot of great things to say. But before I get on, let me answer if you guys had some technique questions. Let me see. What's the difference in impact? I don't know if they have a difference in impact. Because they both focus on the air coming directly to the front of your face, to your lips. Uh, hmm, I just think with I do think the humming exercises are more difficult because they require more focus on your part to make sure. See, there's a lot of margin for error in lip trills, right? So lip trills are really a diaphragmatic exercise, and yes, it helps you to relax your throat. Um, Whereas humming is a diaphragmatic exercise, and you can actually hear and really feel where the sound is. So it causes you to focus a lot more on making sure that sound is consistently forward. Lip trills, yes, if you have it too far back in your throat, you are going to be limited by how far you can go. But again, it's still a body warm up, and naturally, lip trills will place your voice forward. But I think humming exercises are just a lot more difficult because they kind of force you to focus on making sure that your voice is forward. Um, I hope that helps. Hi, Delaney. Uh, do I have a vocal exercise for circular breathing? I don't know. I don't know what that means. Let's see. How do you know when your voice is really warmed before you're ready to sing? You know when your voice is warmed because your voice is agile, it's flexible, it feels woken up. You feel like you can do anything, really. Um, I think you should know when your voice is warm, when it doesn't feel stiff anymore, when it feels flexible. Good morning, Quentin, Eva, Monica. Let me answer a couple questions over here before I bring my guests. Living in the suburbs, wondering where I can work that revolves around singing until I'm financially able to move. I think a lot of like, what major cities have to do with singing. What are some major cities? I'm guessing you are in the States. So there's LA, New York, um, Atlanta, Nashville, DC, Chicago. If you guys have any other cities that are good for surrounding yourself around the arts. Can I make a video describing Usher's voice? I guess. Oh, what is that? Okay, hold on. Something for guys. Okay, I think what you're trying to say is when I went lower, you were like, finally, there's something for guys. I think the humming exercises to me, if you're talking about circular breathing, continuous breath, I like the humming exercises for that reason. Somebody said London. Yes, London is a huge music hub as well. To me, that's circular breathing. And even if you go back to the lip trills, you can make that as long as you want. So like, let's see. Please reply. Hold on. Salif, you must. I want that Beyonce type. What does that mean? Can I give warm ups for men? So I'm glad you're asking that. I had a man on here a couple days ago, and he everything that I do is for male and female. I deal with just the human voice. I don't just deal with the female voice. Everything that I do works for the male voice as well. You can choose to sing an octave lower, but men's voices are so versatile. a lot of my male clients, I sing lower than them. I have a fuller, richer sound in the second octave and the third octave than they have. So the male voice is just as diverse as the female voice. So everything that I do works for all voices all the time. Okay. Hi from India. Hey. Uh, I have an extra octave or more chest on the bottom when you're a guy. Okay. Delisa, can you make a vid describing? Okay. Um, okay, so let's get started. What's this? All right. So, good morning, Shireen, my friend. All right. I'm gonna request now. Jasmine. Mm. Of course, you're all fly.
Listen, I can't preach to the people about image and presentation, and I just
Is that what?
show up in any kind of way. I mean,
Because that's.
I have to practice and live what I preach. So happy 9:30. Good morning. Happy 9:30.
Oh, God.
Praise God.
I'm done. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, God bless you. Thank you so much for being here so early. And you are just. Listen, singers do not get up this early. I am only up because I have children to get ready for school. All my singer friends are like, what? What time do you need me to
I
talk to
don't
you?
have a flight to catch.
My singer friends are like, bruh, I'll see you at 9 o'clock at night. Check me.
Hey,
They're like, nah, sis, we can't do it.
Shanifa, hi. Thank you so much.
Yes.
God bless you.
But Jasmine, I wouldn't expect any less. You're the bomb. Thank you for being
Oh,
here.
thank you. Thank you. I'm not like sideways or anything, right?
No, 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 no. You're good.
All right.
You're good.
All right.
So, all right. So I have you on here because you I've actually you've been on my radar actually I feel like for maybe 9 or 10 years. Re- yeah, from Atlanta Live and you were singing with some group.
What?
Literally. Yes.
I know who that. Wait. I think it was Chris Henry.
I might have been, yeah, I don't remember the name, but I just
I
remember
I
seeing
I,
you on
I
Atlanta Live. I remember seeing you on Atlanta Live, and I remember Kendall saying, that girl right there, she's special. Like, she's dope. Like, I remember
oh
that. Yeah. And then after that, it's like I heard your name more and more, and I saw you more and more, and then I invited you to sing on stuff, and I was like, yeah, like, I'm just like, yeah, God is good. God is good.
he
He
is.
is. So I, I wanted to reach out to you because I think that what you're doing is amazing. I don't know if you want me to speak for you, but I'll just say a little bit that, well, I'll go ahead and let you tell your story. Who are you? What do you do?
My name is Jasmine Crumley. Good morning, everyone, or good evening, or good afternoon, depending on where you are. Um, I am. It's funny when people ask now what I do because I think the list of things is steadily growing.
You're a Renaissance woman.
No, I just it's a weird question to answer now. So I've been singing all of my life. My first professional uh, uh, job, I guess, was as a background singer. So I've been doing that for longer than I've been doing anything else. So I'm a professional background singer, but primarily right now I am a vocal coach here in Atlanta, and I am a native of Atlanta. producer, arranger, all that other kind of stuff. So I do a few different things, but I'm really super duper passionate about coaching and being a background vocalist, and I have found a way to combine the two things and really do something that I absolutely enjoy. Um, and so I'm really excited about just the different things that I have coming up, the different things that God has blessed me to be able to do this year. We're only 3 months in, and this year has already been
Girl, tell it. Tell it. Tell it.
God blowing my mind. By the way, I'm only like half warmed up too, so
No, I'm not going to ask you to sing.
don't judge me.
Are you going to sing?
I was warming up with you though.
Oh, praise God. Yeah, I'm only a quarter warmed up.
Listen,
It's
God is still
early.
good. It is. Um, so I don't really know how far back to go, but God is just blessed. My main focus this year is an event. It is a boot camp for aspiring and for working background singers. And a lot of people have been kind of promoting it as something that is just for the aspiring. But a lot of times, oh, let me shut up so my kids don't finish. But a lot of times, and this is not a dig, but a lot of times people have the experience, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they have the skill set.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I
There's
didn't
levels
really.
to it.
It is.
There's levels to it.
It is. And some people just happen to be in the right place at the right time. They happen to know the right people, and so they have these connections that allow them to work. But sometimes even they want to be better, and so I wanted to leave that open for those people as well. So it's a 4 day boot camp. It's going to be over the course of 4 Saturdays because I didn't want to take up too much time consecutively. Um, but we're really going to be focused on um, vocal health and vocal technique, of course, first. Blending, learning how to be a chameleon um, and blend with other voices that may or may not sound anything like yours. And so we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about professionalism, which is probably going to be one of the most important things of the first day. Um, because people tend to underestimate the way that you live your life and how it plays a part in the work that you do and the way that you're perceived. Um, we're also going to be talking about, so one thing that I didn't mention when I was advertising or promoting the event, one thing I didn't talk a whole lot about, we're going to be talking about image and physical fitness. We're also going to be doing a day of choreography.
Oh.
So I know singing and dancing at the same time is a whole another ball game. And so God bless us all. We have to be in shape, though. We have to, sometimes people want us to look good on their stages. And so we're going to be talking about all of those hard things and things that, sometimes people don't really want to be honest about and address. We're going to have a studio day where we're going to do kind of like a mock studio session so we can get a feel for how to prepare for a session, what you need to know, and different things that people, again, don't talk about or think about. Sometimes you learn these things by experience and after failing a few times. So I'm going to get ahead of that and teach you all those things that you may need to know. The last day is going to be a live day. So we're going to have an artist come in, and basically the singers are going to get to sing for the artist.
Hey.
And the artist is going to get to basically say what it is that they look for. We're going to have a few MDs come in that day as well. I didn't even name all the facilitators that are going to be a part of this event, and so I'm really excited. um, and I'm just thankful for everybody who was so willing to come and facilitate, share, and be a part. There was an application process, really an audition process. It's closed now, but I'm trying to figure out a way to perhaps incorporate a few more people, um, just for people who want some extra knowledge and information. So it won't be the same as what the applicants have access to, but I want to figure out a way to just share with people who want to know more and want to learn. So I'm excited about the event. It's called Blended. If you guys follow my Instagram page, follow the outlet for VE. We might do a little bit of streaming, post a few videos, things like that. But you won't see those videos or anything anywhere else because they will not be allowed. So if you guys follow that or follow the outlet for vocal expression on Facebook, we'll probably share a little bit from there. So that's my main focus right now. But I've been coaching.
You have a
I do.
background. You have a degree in music management, right? Music management.
I do.
Mm-hmm. Hence.
I went to Georgia State for. I actually started as a performance major, and and I just felt my spirit say maybe take a different route
There's more.
and yeah, and see if you can kind of combine the two. So my instrument was still voice because you had to, um, still have an instrument as a part of the to be a part of the School of Music. But it was kind of the best of both worlds. So I'm glad that that's the route that I took because I did need to know the business of music.
Mm-hmm. And
So
and
not vocal management, but
yeah,
music management.
yeah, music business basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question. I've sung with you a couple times, right? I hear you sing often or every so often, and your voice just stays ready. How do you stay ready like that? What do you have bad days?
God to you. Um. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Um. I think that preparation should be a part of preparation and discipline should be a part of any vocalist's daily life. And I talk a lot about um, just living the lifestyle and having the discipline it takes to be consistent in your daily habits. That's from warming up your voice every day to learning technique to what thinking about what you're eating and what you're doing. Exercise. That's a really big thing for me. A lot of times I don't even feel fully warmed
Wait,
up
stop for a second. Stop for a
until
second.
I have.
Can everybody please share this video? Just take a second and just
Oh,
start sharing, okay? Thank you. Amen. Continue.
let me share it too. A lot of times my voice doesn't feel fully warmed up until I have gone through a full blown workout. Like when I say workout, I mean
Like a two
in the
mile
gym.
run.
Okay, maybe like 1 mile. Praise
Amen.
God.
Amen.
And weights. And I know a lot of people that thing just doesn't matter. My body is ready to go. It's so much easier to get my voice to where it needs to be. And so when I don't work out, it takes a lot more effort for me to get my voice warmed up because naturally, and I think I get it from my mother, who's not a singer, but has a super raspy voice, um, just naturally. And so I feel like I have some natural things to, or natural tendencies to fight against. And so I have to take extra measures sometimes to, get and keep my voice where it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's all about really your habits and it's really about your discipline and your style. And sometimes people don't want to go through that part, but for me, it's necessary and I encourage it for everyone else that I teach. So, and if you can't work out, if you don't have a gym membership, do a little bit of cardio at home. You know, it helps my stamina, my endurance. It increases our lung capacity. So I encourage that. I encourage taking vitamins every day. Um, keeping your immune system healthy and boosted so that we can fight off. I mean, we live in Georgia, so the weather here is out of control. It's literally 80 degrees, like and yeah, I don't have time to be sick. I don't have time. There are a lot of things into it that you might not see, or things like that. But we have to stay ready. I can't afford to not be ready. I could literally be called at any moment to do anything, whether that's, be a teacher, or whether that's, be a background singer, or be an artist, or literally I could be called at any moment. I have learned that, and so you have to stay ready. Water intake, drinking. This is not quite half of my body weight. Do not judge. This is not quite half of my body weight, but it's right up there.
Why is this miss? Hmm. Yeah. Do you see that? How it's breaking up?
Just a little bit on your side.
Okay.
I think we're cool.
Okay. Yeah, that's huge, and I think like even what Delaney is saying, I think he's a voice major as well. You know, I'm just when you come through like the classical system, you're there's not a lot of gimmicks to maintaining a healthy voice.
No.
There's not the gimmicks. Oh, get this spray, get this. And I'm not to say that those things don't help, but the real thing you need is sleep, water, exercise. Take care of your body, and your voice will be
I didn't
healthy.
learn things as I didn't learn any of those things. As there are so many things that they just don't talk about, and I think that as far as my technique, it was really important, that I had a classical foundation, and I can't even, well, yeah, foundation. My initial foundation was church, but I wasn't all of ours. I think it was extremely important for technical purposes, but there are so many things missing. I have a lot of students right now who have other voice teachers, and they say, well, I want to work with both of you because you offer different things, and I feel like it's important to get with people that understand what it is that you want and what you need. And they're like, I've had this voice teacher, classical voice teacher for 4, 5, 6, 7 years, but you know, I just need something different, and I want to learn how to take care of my voice. I want to learn how to be creative with my voice, and I want to expand my ear and my mind to think different things, and all of this kind of stuff. And I'm just like, come on through, But there's so many things that could be introduced, but we don't really get it there. So
Oh, you mean
it's
in the
all good.
classical Yeah, I think that they're Puritans, I guess. They're purists. They
Yeah.
want it their way, and they have their standard of what is openness, what is freeness, and they understand that every other genre you have to add some sort of tension. You have to make the vowel less pure or whatever it is in order to be
Right.
authentic in that. So they're not even gonna be open to teaching you that,
True.
But I think it's really useful when you have that background because now you know how to adjust for other, for anything, you know what I'm saying? And, not
Yes.
to say that church didn't teach us a lot just singing in church. That is an experience in and of itself, but I think, you know, classical really is kind of like the Olympics of singing. So at that point you can easily become a
Yes.
chameleon. You know what I'm saying? Once you've had that kind
Yes.
of training, because I notice when you sing, you have a really high wide soft palate, and I think that's what helps you just kind of like you hit your notes really flawlessly. Like honestly, you like me while I'm singing because I don't sing often anymore. It's like I'm warming up
Yeah.
while I'm singing, so I'm like kind of getting in. Yeah, I'm like getting in my groove while I'm singing. Whereas you just that you're there. Like I noticed that about you. I remember singing next to you like, oh dang, okay, whew, eh,
You
wake
you
up.
say it like it's just so effortless, and I'm just thinking of how much effort it takes. than other days. You know, some days I wake up and it doesn't take as much for me to warm my voice up. Some days I wake up and I'm really kind of already there. Other days when I slept a long time or when I haven't slept enough or just life happens, and so my voice is in a different space when I wake up, and so I have to work or act according to where I am at that moment, and
So do
every
you
moment is not the
do you
same.
live every day as if you could get called for a gig? Like you make sure your voice is warm, you make sure you're mentally and physically prepared for at any moment you could be in the studio.
Before I leave the house, or before, like when I wake up in the morning, I work up. Like I said, I work out, so that pretty much helps me to get there. Um, but yeah, pretty much every day, unless I'm taking a break. Like some days, I try not to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I need that because so many things are happening in life that I have to take a step back. But for the most part, yeah.
Yes, that's a yes. So let me ask you a question because you came on here and the first thing you said was branding. So I would love for you to talk. Do you mind talking a little bit about that? Because I know that's one of your passions.
Oh yeah.
Is it you have to be who you say you are. Basically, you have to the image has to
Yeah.
line up with what you say you are. Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So let's talk about that. Which, by the way, I suck.
It, you don't suck.
I just need y'all to think I'm cute like this, and cute, and cute with dreads, and cute with the weave. Like I would just need you to think like Delisa has branded her voice. That's what Delisa is. That's what's consistent.
And that's fine. That's fine. It's funny because like over the last like 4 or 5 weeks, I do like vocal tips every Monday for the most part, and for the last 4 or 5 weeks, my subject has been branding yourself, and it has become something that's a passion because I've realized a lot of times people call me because of the way that I branded myself. Not that they don't appreciate the talent, the skill, the gift, all those things, but sometimes they appreciated my presentation, and it made them feel like she's no joke, or she's legit, or she's serious. And so the way that they come to me or approach me is different, and there's it creates a level of respect
Mm-hmm.
because they see the time that I've put into branding and marketing myself. Um, I'm still trying to share this video, like it's so
Doesn't
much.
want to share.
I'm just trying to talk and like it's so. Okay. Um. Okay. Okay.
Thanks, Delaney.
She is amazing, isn't she? Okay. Here we go. I think here we go. Post. I hope that worked. So the first, I'll give you the four steps that I went through uh, when it came to branding yourself, and I've had a lot of like counseling sessions with some of my clients about this. But the first step, when it comes to branding yourself, is understanding your personal brand, which really means understanding who you are, like your own personal identity, figuring out what makes you you, what's important to you, what your values are, what you believe in, that type of thing, what your character is, understanding yourself. And a lot of people, they want to be, big, miss whatever. You don't have a clear understanding of who you are and what you value and what you believe in. The industry will tell you who you are and what you should value and what you should believe in. And you won't have a sense of self if you allow other people to define that for you. You're messed up in the end because you don't know you, and there's no ground for you to stick to or stand up for it. So it's just really important to know what it is that you believe. It's important for me working in the world of gospel music, Christian music, and secular music, because I do everything, it's important to me for me to know who I am as a Christian, as a born again Christian, and to not, you know, go in allowing people to think that I'll just do anything, or I don't sing any and everything, you know. And so I have to be okay with that, because that means that there are some opportunities that I may not get, or that I may just say no to, you know, that because I know who I am. The second thing is understanding
I know who I
your
am.
your product, comfortable and confident in that. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay to be who you are. Have to be that person. Social media has just ruined our lives when it comes to sometimes we don't go for what we're supposed to go for, and we miss the people that we're supposed to reach because we want to try to do it like this person, or people respond to this person, so let me try to be this, and it just don't
Mm.
work. The second thing, um, when it comes to branding, is identifying your product, your service, or your message. Um, Sometimes people's, even it sounds stupid, but what you're selling is not clear. You know what your product is not clear. What your service is, we don't quite understand what it is that you do and why you're here, you know. So we want to, or what your message is. Some people don't have a product, or they don't provide a service. So what are you saying? You know, you have all these Instagram gurus, you know, love relationships, and, you know, whatever. What is your message to the world? Or as an artist, as a singer, as a vocalist, as an artist, you have to understand what it is that your message is to the world, so that you're not confused, and so that we know who you are as an artist or as a creative. You know, what are you trying to say to me? What is it that you want me to understand? So you have to be clear on that, so that we can be clear
And
on
I
that.
think I think it's important too for people to find a core thing that they're going to focus on and push before they start branching out and say, "Well, I do everything." Well, no, do one
Yes.
thing really well, get known for that one thing, and allow that to, kind of springboard everything. Exactly. Amen.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's why I said now it's difficult to pinpoint, one thing that I might do, because I do a lot of things. But primarily, I market myself as a vocal coach, and I guess I'll say as a BGV. Somebody, one of
Guru.
my friends called me a BGV specialist.
Guru. Yes.
I don't know about a guru. I feel like, there's so many other people that have, way more experience and knowledge than me. So I wouldn't say a guru, but I do. I'm very observant. I've learned a lot, and I enjoy sharing what I've learned, and even what I'm still learning. So, um, that's really big for me. Um, the other two things when it comes to branding, um, one, identifying your target audience. You have to be okay with the fact that your product, that your music, that your voice is not going to be everybody's favorite. That's okay, because who you're for are the people that you're assigned to. And again, if you go back to comparing yourself to other people, trying to be like them, the people that you're assigned to, or the people that are assigned to you, miss what it is that they're supposed to get. And if God has called you to be you, and they miss out on that, then you're held accountable for that. The blood
It's
is
so
on your
important. It's so important to not try to be everything for everybody
Yep.
because you're afraid you might miss out on something. If you can just
Yeah.
simplify who you are and just focus on that and just keep focus, and when just keep focusing on that, stay in that straight line. I mean, just allow that to work for you, because it's the core. It's going to make you the happiest, it's going to make you the most fulfilled, and it's going to make
Yes.
your target audience feel the most fulfilled in seeing you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at
Exactly.
people like Jonathan McReynolds. You look at artists like Jonathan McReynolds, who, I mean,
I love him.
he, first of all, he's so talented. And when you hear his first record, you can hear that he was just throwing a whole bunch of different
Yes.
sounds out there like, well, I am Kojic, so let me make sure I make one that I can sing in church. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could hear that, but I could tell there was
Right.
something special about this guy, and I feel like with every subsequent album, every release, like he's kind of found his core, found his niche, and it's like his niche followers, they adore him because he just literally focuses on
Yes.
that. He no longer feels like he has to spread
Yes.
himself thin to please church world.
No. And it's working. It's working. It's working.
Is it?
It's
Yes.
working. And as much as the thing is, as much as I love him, somebody else might go,
Yeah.
and I might go, "What is wrong with you?"
Yeah.
But that's just that's the nature of the game. I have some of my literally like my best friend is one of my favorite singers in the world, and so I always felt like, when it comes to, if people had to choose, this is a dumb thought, but I always felt like, if people had to choose, people are always going to choose him over me, um, and maybe a couple of years ago I realized there are always going to be people that may prefer him, but there are still going to be people that prefer you. And I might not understand it, you know, but you're for who you're for, and you just have to learn who those people are, so that you can cater to them and fulfill your assignment. Um, and the last thing was marketing and promoting yourself. After you learn who your target audience is, you have to learn how they best receive information, because your target audience might not be on Instagram or Facebook.
Now let me ask you a question. Amen. Let me ask you a question. You're really young. Do you mind saying your age?
I am, ooh, Delisa.
No, I'm asking. I mean, you put it on Facebook, so I mean, every year you put your
I
age.
have shared it before. It's not something that I share frequently, and I'll tell you why. I'm 27 years old, um, and it really doesn't matter at this point. But when I first got started, as a BGB, I was. This is a whole nother. When I first got started as a BGB, I was 19 when I started professionally,
Yeah.
which, is very young, but not super young. I was 19, and I'll just say I realized very early on how easy it is, even for artists, to feel like they could take advantage of you because you're young. And not only was I young, but I was a church girl and I was kind of naive. And so, I believed the best of everyone, and I wanted to believe that all gospel artists were,
Legit. I'm so.
at
I'm
least
so
in spirit. But hallelujah, praise God, that is, it's a different story. And so, um, I just learned to kind of keep that to myself, because although I was young, I didn't look, um, or act as young as I was. And so people didn't know my age unless I told them.
yeah. No, and that's important. That's what I was going to say. You have such a posture about yourself, and you've had a posture about yourself that has demanded respect for a long time, for as long as I've known you. You've never, like you said, maybe you were naive, but I think at some point you had enough wisdom to say, you know what, let me pull back, maybe not speak as much so that they just by default respect me and don't realize that I'm actually as young as I am. Because I saw somebody online the other day, well, actually yesterday, this young lady was upset, basically how, why do these churches bring in these, big acts and they're willing to pay them, but they're not willing to pay me, and I love singing for my church, but they don't pay me. And I was like, sweetheart, you just need to get some posture and be like, yeah, sure, I can sing for a love offering of $75. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? You got to get some posture about yourself. If you're gonna move forward and you want people to respect you, you have to teach them how to treat you, or else they're gonna keep being like, she obviously just loves to do it and she loves doing it. They don't think Hair costs money. You want me to do you want me to show up in my nightgown, or did you think that maybe I needed to have an outfit and maybe need to put on some makeup? You did want my hair to look decent, right? And then gas is never free. So could you at least compensate me for what it takes to make that happen? I'm not asking for 5 grand, but can you do something that says you appreciate what I bring to the table? And I feel like you have, from a very early age, um, and me, I just kind of got the no spirit for about 10 years, but it was like,
And that's the blessing too.
yeah, I
That is
know.
a blessing. Yeah. I hate it. Forgive me. But sometimes I get on Facebook and it's usually the same people over and over again. Not a dig again. But we have to grow up a little bit. I tend to see the same people over and over again talk about, y'all still don't want to pay singers. You pay the musicians, but you don't pay this. And my question is, why are we still this conversation? Because it's
You're not
really
getting paid because you're
dependent
not asking to
upon
get paid.
what you do and how you present yourself. Nope, it's been, and man, I was having this conversation. I was having a lot of conversations yesterday, but I was having this conversation yesterday with a friend of mine. Um, just about how things like that still happen and people try to take advantage, or some people just don't know because they've never paid for singers. When you grow up in church, that's just not something. Nobody. I'll say this:
It's a new thing.
nobody in my church gets paid like for anything really. The musicians don't get paid in my church. You definitely don't get paid to sing. It's just not something that we came up with, and so I get it. I'm not knocking the mentality. I am the first person that my family or church knew of that wasn't like famous but got paid to sing.
Right.
So I'm not knocking that. I understand that. But now even with my family and my home church, the level of respect is different because I presented myself a different way. So I still don't they still don't pay me, and I would never expect that from they're my family. So
Yeah.
that's a whole nother story there. Um, but it's been years, literally years, since someone came to me and asked me to provide a service of any kind for free.
Well, I have an inbox full of people from around the world that still think I should work for free. But you're right. In the real world, you know,
And I don't, and that's why I don't do a lot of, and I respect it. I really, really do. But like, I don't even do a lot of like online, like, I don't show a lot of my sessions to the world.
yeah,
I don't, I'm really particular about that kind of stuff because so many things give you such access,
yeah.
to who I am and to what I do, and
Absolutely. And
yeah,
it's like a line that you really have to balance because on one hand, it's like the interesting thing is I like I said, I really started doing this, putting out, notes from my pedagogy because I saw that pedagogy class because I saw other people doing YouTube videos and I thought that they didn't know what they were doing. Honestly, like they just I was like, what is that? I was like, let me just let them know what a voice lesson looks like. So that's
yeah,
really where I started. And so,
and I love it.
a lot of people don't understand that, and it really morphed into me doing it for a living. And I think that some people, 10 years later, they're posting on my YouTube video, do you teach? They don't know that I'm actually a voice teacher. So they go, oh, that's so cool. I saw your video. Can you do blah, blah, blah. So I have to like break it to them. No, this is actually a business for me. What you saw there was technically kind of an advertisement for what I do. So it
Yeah,
can be like it's just, I guess everything is a give and take. You know what I'm saying? And when you've
yeah,
built a business online, that means a lot of what you do has to end up online. Whereas if you build a business offline, a lot of what you do doesn't have to end up online, and you're fine with that. So it's kind of like you're trying to
it's a there's a line,
you're trying to balance it.
and tips and whatever, but not even just vocal tips, but creative tips at this point. Because this year, my goal has been to branch out and provide things for all people that create or at least work in music. Um, but there's a fine line, and you have to do what works for you. Like, whatever your goal is, whether it be as an entrepreneur, businesswoman or whatever, you have to do what works for you and what helps you to reach that particular goal. You know, our goals may be different, even as we do similar things. And so our approaches are going to be a little bit different, and I think that's okay, because I think what works for us just works for
It
us.
works for us.
It really does, and that's what I mean. You have to know yourself. You have to know what it is that you want. You have to know. You just gotta know you.
Thank
You
you.
know.
Yeah.
Period. Just do you. Know what works for you and what doesn't. I think one of the things that
Once you
helped me
find your
when I
lane,
first
just
started.
just stay cruising in your lane. Whoever wants to rock with you in your lane, that's cool. If they don't want to rock with you, then keep going in your lane.
When I first got started, and I wanted to kind of like boost my business, I did a week where, and this was some years ago. I did a week where I gave the opportunity for people to, they could either send me a short video, and I give some feedback, or they could do a like 25-30 minute Skype session with me, or something else. It was like three different things, all for free.
Amen. Okay.
and, and and that sounds crazy, but I was just getting started, and people like,
Ate it up.
they flocked in, and they felt like the information, even in that short time, was really valuable. And so when they decided to go looking for a vocal coach, they stuck with me.
Yeah, of course.
You know, and that worked for me, and it worked for that time. And so you just got to do what works.
But I want to go back to something really quickly, and then I don't think people really have questions. I think they're just listening at this point. Are you guys enjoying this? Are you guys learning? It seems like they're just kind of responding to what we're saying. But I want to go back really quickly. Let's talk a little bit about professionalism and, the singers that complain about, not being paid, and y'all paid a musician. Okay, let's say the churches, because I mean, I was raised SDA, Seventh Day Adventist, and so Seventh Day Adventists is definitely tend to be a little bit more behind,
Okay.
as far as like, music ministry. It takes them a while to say, okay, let's do praise and worship. Okay, let's bring drums in the church. All right, now we got to pay a musician. So paying singers is kind of the last frontier, you know, in that
Yeah.
church. And a lot of singers, and I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of churches that are more traditional, where, like you said, it's just everybody come together, do their part, and go. And so there's a couple things that people have to understand, I feel, in order to feel like you are deserving of being paid. First of all, there's more singers than there are musicians in a church. So to say, why are you paying him 700 and I get 50, I don't think that's a fair comparison. You know what I'm saying? Because there's one of him and there's honestly 70 of you. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of one thing. But I think the other thing is, are singers really honest with themselves about what they offer? You know what I'm saying? Are you the type of singer that a church would say, yeah, if we really want her, we should pay this person, because what they bring is invaluable and they're not going to be easily replaced because of their skill set, you know? I think sometimes people take singing so concretely, especially when it comes to background vocals, i.e., praise and worship, that
Yep.
they feel like, well, I can match all of the pitches, and my voice is decent enough, so that means I'm a professional. But there's a lot more nuance, I think, or skill that goes into, being a professional singer, and other people recognize, picking up on that and saying, okay, she actually, there's something more there than the average, this person can plunk out the
Yeah.
notes. Amen.
My goal, and that's what my goal is to change the mindset.
Mm-hmm.
It's to change the set of first us as the vocalists, as the creatives, as because we are our brands, and it really goes back to that, our presentation. People will take you serious based on how you present yourself. You know, if if I'm posting a flyer and you're scheduled to sing at this event, and we're posting a flyer, or having a flyer created, and your only photo, or the photo that you have to put on the flyer, is a selfie that you took on Snapchat because it did all of your
Filter.
editing with the Kim Kardashian.
That doesn't, you're not a professional. Like, oh, okay, she's just coming to, come sing, and not a professional.
And even if you do it as a profession, I'm not going to receive you that way because you haven't taken the time to present yourself in a professional manner. And so, why would I pay you for that? Because clearly, this looks like a hobby to you.
It looks like,
You know what I mean?
exactly. You don't take it seriously, so why should I?
Exactly. So, and that is, I want to change our mentalities and our mindsets first. Take a professional photo.
Can I just say, take
You have
voice lessons?
oh, that's a whole nother that.
You don't know what you don't know.
And some people feel like because they have a natural gift that they don't need the training or the technique, and a lot of times my goal, I get singers that can already sing. You know, my number one goal for everybody that comes to me is to make singing easier for everybody.
I was going to ask you, what are your top three things that you want people to get?
My
Because you're right, everybody's not coming in learning how to match pitch. Everyone's not a beginner. You're going to get some really advanced singers that can blow the roof
Yeah.
off. And what are they there for? You have to know how to expand them in some way.
I think it's difficult to name a top three because everybody's different, and so that's why I um that's that's why I say my first goal is to make singing easier because some people are already amazing, but they don't have the um like this year. Like this year, I got a client who's already on tour, who's already famous, who's already they already have that, and they had already had classical training. They have a degree in performance and in music, and you know, and so it was like, okay, I ask everybody, what is it that you're looking to gain from me?
Mm-hmm.
And she said, I love your voice and I want to learn what you have to offer. And so sometimes people just want to know how you think the way that you do. I had another
Mm-hmm.
client,
Mm-hmm.
both international, and she said, I just found you on Instagram and I just love what it is. She said, I love how you hear and I want to learn how to hear like you do. And you have to be able to teach, what it is that you sometimes even naturally do or, or naturally
Yeah.
hear, um, and teach them how to do that with ease. And so my goals with everyone is different because some people do need to learn how to match pitch. Some people want to learn theory. Some people want to learn. It's just creativity, So it's difficult to say a top three, but my top thing is to make singing easier for everyone. Um, I'd say the second thing might be to be able to sing with, I guess, kind of like a mental freedom. yourself into what it is that you're doing so that we feel you. Sometimes I think we can become so technical that we sound amazing, but we don't reach or touch anything or anyone. And I'd rather hear you make some mistakes, but I go home feeling like I'm on a high than you doing every run in the book and I feel like empty, you know, especially in church settings. Um, so being able to help people tap into, and that's why I go back to knowing who you are, um, helping people to tap into who they are, what they bring to the table, understanding your strengths and your weaknesses. Because if you know what your weaknesses are, you know what to work against. But it's also important to understand what your strengths are so that you can know what to play up, so that you can know what to gravitate toward in performance, what makes you different and what makes you special, you know. And so um, just kind of understanding yourself, and
Goes
so
right
that
back to that. Yeah.
yeah, so that you can present that with just this
Confidence.
freedom and this creative freedom and this ease, you know. I'll leave the third spot for whatever it is that they might need in particular. um, but yeah.
Thank you. Um, so before we go, where can people? You talked about your because I know some people just came on. So hi
Hey,
Antonio. Um, I wanted hi Monica Lisa Stevenson. Um,
Jasmine, hi girl.
you literally. Are you talking about yourself?
No, my friend. No, my friend Jasmine Henson just logged on, and
Oh, hi Jasmine.
hey girl, we actually do a lot of work together.
I noticed.
She,
Yeah.
I call her my left hand because typically, if I'm doing any, especially back when it comes to background singing, if I have the option to choose who's with me, and especially if I want it or need it to be a female tenor, typically she's gonna be the person that I call. So she's gonna be on my left.
Amen.
Um, she's amazing.
She is.
And I'll say this because we talked last night. I had a lot of conversations yesterday. Um, but I always tell her how much I appreciate her because one of the things that I asked her to do, I had an artist that, or an MD rather, that was looking for a singer, a background singer, and she literally came in when it was a full set, maybe like an hour and maybe like a 60-70 minute set. We needed somebody really fast. She came in, she learned all the songs, she learned all the choreography in a matter of like 3 days.
Wow.
And most of that was, I provided the help that I could, but she learned everything in literally a matter of in a matter of a few days. And when she came to the rehearsals, her energy level was on like 1,000. Like I had to step my game up because she came in, she was professional, she was flexible, so there was if something changed, she went with
She
it.
wasn't like,
She
ugh.
listened well.
Uh-huh.
She listened well to instruction. She didn't take anything personal or anything like that. Like those are the type of people. That is the purpose of my boot camp. Those are the type of people
That you want to work with.
that we need, right? And so
You
now
want to
I know
train
how to
people to
call you.
become people you would want to work with. Period.
That's it. That's it.
That's it.
And she presents herself in a professional manner, you know. And I don't worry about it, So that's what I would like to see from other people. That took time and that took work and that took effort. And to get on stage and your energy level not drop. Sometimes we give it all in rehearsal because on performance day we got like 70% of that. But you gotta come. You're welcome, Jazz. You gotta come ready to go. Give it to the people. They want it all.
Okay.
And she's an amazing artist in her own right. So let me not take
No, yeah, no, it's all good. Hey,
Um,
Jasmine's amazing.
so
She has
if
a
you're,
beautiful voice. Um, hey, Anne St. Jean. Let's see. I was just saying I wanted to know. So I wanted to just kind of recap because we've been on here for a while. So I'm guessing people have maybe been a little in and out.
yeah,
So you talked about your boot camp that's coming up that you don't have no more spots for, but you may. So people need to be on the lookout so they can follow you
yep,
on
yep.
Instagram at.
You can find me on Instagram. Let me give you my business information first, because I imagine that most of the people here are vocalists. Um, so I'm not taking anything from anybody. If you want some tips, if you want creative tips, if you want branding tips, performance tips, vocal tips, whatever, or if you want to be featured on our page, which we started doing um, this year, just featuring artists, not even necessarily our clients, but people that we think are great. So if you just want a little spotlight feature, follow on Instagram the outlet, THEOUTLET, number four, the number four, BE, the outlet number four, BE. You can find us there on Instagram. If you want to find us on Facebook, it's the outlet for vocal expression. If you want to find me personally, I can be found on Instagram at SangJazzy, SANG, JAZZY. And I am Jasmine Crumley on Facebook. JAZMINCRUMLEY. So I'm everywhere. If you want to talk to me, chat it up, whatever. I'm a pretty open person. I don't share all of my life's information. I'm private, but I'm honest and I'm open.
She's
So
private, but she's
anybody,
friendly.
I try my best.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
Somebody said I'm nice, but
I
I'm
don't.
not
I don't share a
friendly.
lot of.
I don't talk to strangers.
Oh, I'm an introvert.
Yeah.
I'm a serious introvert,
Yeah.
but I love people,
I'm
and
nice.
I
I
love.
yeah, I'm nice to a point. Amen.
I get it. I get
Amen.
it. Some people think because I'm really honest that I'm not. Um,
That
no,
you
I think people know I'm nice. I always try to present my honesty in a tactful way.
yeah,
Um, so,
you do.
I'm always I'm nice. Um, but I'm real. I'm gonna be. Don't ask me if you don't want to know.
Eesh. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate you taking out the time out of your day. And, I've always thought highly of you. And now there's more people that just know your amazingness. And you're just such a ray of sunshine. So
Thank you.
thank you for being here. And I look forward to, I'm actually one of the facilitators
I was
at,
just about to say I'm
oh, I
looking
know.
forward to having you at Valencia.
I look forward to it. I look forward to it.
I'm really excited. So guys, Delisa is going to be, and that's why I say I really want to create a way for people to tune in a little bit. I got to figure out how we're gonna work this thing, because we figure it out. But Delisa is going to be speaking on vocal technique on our first day, which will be April 21st. So it's imperative that you learn how to do what you say you want
What you
to
say?
do.
Amen.
So I'm really excited about this. I'm really excited about even learning from you. Even as a
Wow.
coach, sometimes I feel like it's important for us to continue growing and learning and not live as if we just know it all. And even if you know a lot, it's a lot of times good to hear from different ears and different perspectives. Um, so I think that's really important. So I'm excited to have you, and we gon' work.
We're going to do this. We're going to bless the people. We're going to do this. This is going to be awesome. And you know what? I feel like, I hope you at least reserve a seat for me because I'm going to be doing the first session, but I want to come to the other one. I want to
Okay, let me
come.
see. Come on through.
Hey, yay.
Now, if you wanna see it as a participant, then I gotta figure out how to. So what I did was
I can't.
I tried to keep the voice parts even, start to happen in the evening.
Okay.
So we're working that out. So we gonna get you in there. I might need you to be a soprano, but
I don't know how much use you'll get out of that. You'll be like, all right, mother.
we gonna work it out. But yeah, you're more than welcome to come to any day you want to come to. So yeah.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. All right,
Yeah.
girly. You have a lovely day. You guys have an awesome day. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye. Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks, Delisa.
You're welcome.